right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Ball is teed up, Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're underway on Sunday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll throw it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Bills get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They'll run here on 1st down. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 41-yard line. Hey, check that. Street.
They give it to him again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Dropping back to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Set it. Panther 11, Panther Buffalo 18. 19 Lion. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Set go.
They're going for this. He's got it. Did he get the feet in on 4th down? Did he get it? No, they're saying he didn't get both feet in. Incomplete on 4th down.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. 18 Red, 18 Red.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
19 Tiger, 19.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Jukes one defender. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Desperados just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Desperados will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Working quickly here. 2nd and 8. He's on the move. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
79 Bronco. Ready.
Here's the snap on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Set.
It is caught left side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a first down.
Let's go now.
From the red zone now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bills get it as he records yet another interception in a career campaign. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
On first down, they'll run. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
No! No!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He finds some space again. Arrives at the 40. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
18, pioneer. Come on. Set.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with the high percentage make.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ground ball leading. Here we go. Go.
Now a give on the counter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Oh my
Nothing
God.
left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go, set.
Putting the tight end in motion. Back now, pressure on its way. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They're throwing it. He sends this one to the end. Big gain downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Desperados now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Desperados drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10 from the 41. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Tight end gets it running forward. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3 yards the pickup, now it's 3rd and 8.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
It's 3rd and 8, need to get a chunk here.
19 tight, ready.
Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's go.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Check smash. Hut, hut.
This is Jacobs running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Check go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it with all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Running this one left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to the well again. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Okay, ready? Panther 11, go!
They'll try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. He has it at the 5! And that play's brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Bills looking at 1st and 5.
60 Eagles, 70.
Goal to go, it's a pass play. On the move, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bills making a 1-score game before halftime. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Here's the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
19 line. Ready. Set go.
Looking to the air here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth cake down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're set up at the 35 now.
18 Cardinal, 8, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Here we go, set.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
60 Bobcat. Let's go now.
He's dropping back to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Desperados get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
19 Tiger. Set.
Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go! Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Trying the right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Come on, set. Come 19, come 19. Ready?
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Reload.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Design bootleg here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down from the red zone. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They send a man in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown! The Desperados push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumped early looking to block that kick. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Following the penalty, the kick moves up, and he sends it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hey, check that. Ready?
Now a give left side. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That's completed right side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it downfield working the left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To throw here on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Desperados get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They give it to him again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. On 2nd and 12 now. Finds him over the middle. He's off to the races. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Got away with murder right
The
there.
Bills shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of
Come
breath,
on,
and he's
Ford,
the
you
one
gotta
holding
wrap
that
him up.
football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
That one splits the
I cannot
uprights.
believe Ford didn't wrap him
And the
up.
Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. Escapes a defender. Another awesome move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first
That's how
down.
you truck a motherfucker right there.
That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll give him a first down. Right up the gut. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's their ball late. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Smash, smash. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check that, street. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. By a man.
Hell
and he's in the
yeah.
clear.
Hell yeah.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown.
Hell yeah.
Desperados now lead by 10. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort.
Yeah, there
on that
ain't
run.
no phone. The
It
rabbit got the
was his
gun.
effort to force that missed tackle, kid. I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only: the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Desperados drive their lead to 11. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
On the ready.
First and 10 now from the 30.
19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range,
This is the same defense
range is
you
not
played
an
early
optional
in the
feature for
season.
middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed.
Damn, he
inside
caught
the
that
30.
shit. Come on, Ford.
They rip off a huge chunk of field as the
I
down
tried to swat it down. He couldn't get there.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing now on 1st down.
Oh, hell
No
no!
one opens
Hell no!
another county. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Hand off to the back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run it here on 3rd down. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
70 range, 70 range. 18 rattler, 18 rattler. Hut, hut.
Desperation time here on 4th. And he will
12,
score.
12,
Touchdown,
12.
The Bills now within
That's a
one
corner
score
on
of
a
the
tight
ball.
end. He did not play that the way he was supposed to
They
play.
didn't care who knew about it, Brock, and it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19, 18. Let's go now. Let's go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I had to go and get that motherfucker, man.
They're close to midfield.
Hit the street. Hit the street. Hut.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing
Man,
side.
why you hating on my running back, man? When your running back eating, don't nobody saying nothing.
2nd and 7. Lone back gets the handoff. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
All right.
No, the hell they not. I can tell you that.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Toss to the right side. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
Oh, I tried to get away from him.
He doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Still well short after the 4th down and 6. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. This from just 23 yards away.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set up. Cowboy 80.
Here he is to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Ready, ready. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Bronco 80.
Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Penalty hurts them, but they're still going for it here on 4th.
Seven Pirates. Set.
Throwing now. He's got it to his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Check go.
Setting up to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle.
Unbelievable.
And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breath.
Fucking
And he
goosey
gives them
again.
a shot now to force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So here comes a big play. Bills going for 2. He'll look to throw it. And they can't connect that time.
Good game. Good game.
Can't finish off the 2 they needed to tie this game and force overtime. than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And they come through with the recovery. That one should win
Just
them
go
this
down,
game.
man. Just go down.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Yeah.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Possibly.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back-to-back carries here. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Good game, buddy.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Desperados are your winners as we say so long from Buffalo.
I think I won the division with that win.